Hey guys, Maria here. Today I have a video that I'm kind of nervous about making, but I'm gonna go ahead and make it because I'm afraid if I don't, I'm gonna lose all of my courage to do so. So this is the Lorac Pro Palette, the original one. I've had this for about 2 years, I believe. This was the second thing I ever purchased from Sephora, the first being my Naked palette. And it has definitely been well loved. I think you can probably tell that from just the packaging alone. It's fairly beat up, but I've really enjoyed it. It's not something I've been reaching for a lot lately just because I've gotten a lot of new products and I've been playing with those, but I do really and truly enjoy this palette a lot. And I know quite a few of us in the kind of Project Pan YouTube community are coming together, and starting in January, we're doing a Pan That Palette challenge. And at first, I think I even said in a video I'm not doing that challenge, but I am going to join. The reason being is I have a lot of eyeshadow and I do want to use some of my palettes up, but I think if I don't have kind of a community when I'm doing it, it's going to be really unmotivating for me to do so, and I need that motivation right now. So I'm going to hop in and do it as well, and I think this is a good palette to start with because the shadows are kind of soft and I don't think there's a lot of product in each individual shadow. So I'm going to show you where I'm starting, and if you're doing this challenge too, please let me know below because I would love to follow along and have you to motivate me, and I will do my best to help motivate you. This is where I'm starting. So this palette is by no means brand new. Hopefully you can kind of see what this current state of the palette is. So I'm going to kind of walk through this with you. We have white up here, which has barely been touched. We have cream next to that, which I've used quite a bit of. It's got a good little dip going in there. Next to that is the shade Taupe. I've used a decent amount of that. We have light pink, which I've barely touched. We have mauve, which I feel like I could hit pan on with one of my very next uses. I've used that shade a lot and I really love that shade. We have sable, which I don't use a lot. We have espresso and black, which are both pretty close to being almost untouched. We have nude, which again, I feel like I could almost hit pan on with just the next touch of my brush because it's got a really good dip in it. We have champagne, which I barely use. This is a very glittery, shimmery shade, and I just have a hard time using it. I have gold, which I think I've used once. I have light bronze, which is one of my favorite shades in this palette, and again, I feel like the slightest bit of use is going to hit pan. I have pewter, which has been well loved, but it's not quite close to hitting pan. I have garnet, which I've used a handful of times. Deep purple and taupe, which I've used maybe once or twice each. So you can see there's quite a few shades in here that I have used a lot of. The main ones being cream, taupe, mauve, nude, and light bronze. Those have gotten a lot of love. And I'm wearing a look today using those shades. Today I have, let's see, I've got nude across my entire lid, and I did try to use a little bit of champagne kind of on my inner third, but I'm going to have to play with that color to figure out how to use it in a way that doesn't get glitter all over my face. I have mauve all the way through my crease, and I have pewter kind of in the outer half of my crease. And this is kind of my go-to look with this palette. It's super easy. I don't have to think about it, and it always looks nice. I'm a little bit nervous about a few of these shades, mostly everything from here over because I've not used a lot of it, and I find them to be a little bit intimidating. If the garnet doesn't look that nice on my lids personally, it's not that vibrant of a reddy jewel tone. So that's one of the ones I kind of have trouble with. But I'm in, guys. I'm gonna do my darndest to give this guy a really good go and hopefully get him completed in 2015. Like I said, I do love this, and I do think I'll have to have a little hair or something on my lip. I'll have to think about it in the future after I've used this all up, but I could, like, I love this palette so much. This is probably my favorite palette I own. So I could see myself at some point possibly even rebuying this, but for now, I need to get through more of my eyeshadows and my makeup in general. So I'm in, and I hope you guys are going to participate too. If you don't own the Lorac Pro, by all means, find a palette that you do own and that you do enjoy using, or that, you know, you're kind of having a tough time using up, if that's what you want to do, and let us know. And, you know, we will be happy to support you in that journey, I guess. But anyway, I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks. Bye.